Hi, welcome to Yoga Lounge. I have a reading for us today. It's going to entail talking about people's natures. So each one has a special nature peculiar to himself, which he must follow, and through which he will find his way to freedom. And that quote is Swami Vivekananda. So what I'm talking about today is the perseverance quality. And so perseverance, failure, and pursuit of perfectionism. That's what I wrote down. So it made sense when I came up with it earlier today. Hello, Val. So basically what I want to talk about is perseverance is going to be something we're going to try to work on in the movements. And I'd like to give you a little assignment for the week. If you can, come up with something that you want to improve, and you will find a way to do something towards that improvement every day this week. So just chop out 1 week for a pursuit, and it doesn't have to be a long, big thing. It could be a small thing, but we want to get the idea of what perseverance does for you. And it does not have to be a success. It does not have to come out at the end of the week with a big rousing, hey, I stood on my head, or something, It just is something that we want to look at, perseverance, and in ourselves, what stops us. I know what stops me. So that's why I wrote down perfectionism, because when you are expecting a lot and you're maybe not getting there as quickly as you want, you could become discouraged, and then you start to, sabotage your effort. Also, that has to do with the idea of failure. So failure, as we all know this, that failure brings us our greatest growth. And many people who have brilliant companies, did great things, they had failed a couple of times, and they kept trying. The difference was they learned from what they didn't get the first time, and then they applied it, and then they eventually got it. So that's what we have to try to soften our expectations a little bit. Use the yoga practice to soften our expectations about our getting there really quickly, getting to a destination, becoming a huge success, or any of these expectations. We want to just let go and persevere. Learn to persevere. Learn to keep trying. Okay, so that's the goal in the class today. So we're going to do some things that involve. Obviously, we're going to do open-hearted things. So when we all open our hearts to others, and we open our hearts to ourselves, then we can let go of that failure concept or fear of failure, let go of perfectionism. So let's work on that a little bit. Try to take on something during the week that you can put some discipline to, put some perseverance in it. Okay, so we'll come to a standing position. Inhale, let's take the arms out, up, and exhale with Om. Om. Doing one more like that. Inhale. Om. And last one. Om. Now as we inhale, let's take the arms out and up and just stand on one leg, balancing yourself, just challenging yourself. Persevere. If you fall out of it, it's not failure. Just remember, don't think in terms of success and failure. Think in terms of perseverance. Keep going. Keep trying. I'll just bring it down. So by those standards, you know, it really doesn't matter if it comes out well or not well. Inhale, and then take the other leg out, right? The standards of trying and persevering. The outcome is not really as important. And then when you're ready, bring it down. Okay, you're going to take it, inhale, take the leg out, bring it into low tree pose. So below the knee, soft tree pose, arms are out and up. And if you choose, lift your eyes to the sky or to the ceiling line. Take it a little bit more into lengthening and lifting. And then we release, take it down. Okay, good. The other side, inhale, leg out, and bring it into just below the knee. Okay. So, standing if you can, balancing if it's good to you. If not, keep trying. Lift up. And we'll release. Okay, great. So just get an idea whether or not you are freaking out when something's not working out exactly perfectly. Okay, so just notice that about yourself. Let's take a nice inhale, float down, exhale. Lengthen, inhale. Let's look up, let's place the hands on the thighs for a moment. And exhale, softly bend the knees. Inhale, come back to standing. Exhale, bring the hands back to the heart. Again, inhaling up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift part way, hands on thighs. Exhale to soft knees. Inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Good. Let's step back now. Let's take second warrior, open it out. Inhale and exhale. Good. Inhale. So I've heard that perfectionism can be a form of arrogance because you're thinking that you should be the best, or you should know better than, what's going on in your life might be going on in your life for a reason. And it might be the way it's supposed to be, but you're resisting because you wanted something to be perfect. Okay, exhale, let's take triangle pose. So perfectionism is a form of, uncontrolled arrogance on the part of the person, being able to accept the grace of Creator's will, things like that. Think about that for a bit. Exhale, bending the knee, extend angle, reach across. You can use any variation here, arms that you like. Breathe, inhale, circle around, open it up, take triangle pose, exhale. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knee again. This time just let the hands slide down your back hip. We're going to step forward into balance again. So we're balancing half moon pose, fingertips or hand down, flat foot if you can. My head is out of the frame. Well, we're not being perfect. See, I have to prove it to you. This is not a perfect video. Very imperfect. Exhale, step it back. Now we'll take second warrior. Okay, exhale. Hands down. Let's just step forward and fold. Inhale, lifting, hands to the thighs. Exhale, fold with bent knees. Rise up, inhale. Exhale, Samastiti. Okay, let's do the other side now. Second warrior. Breathe, inhale. Inhale. Exhale into the bent knee, coming to extended angle pose of your choice, whichever way you choose. Sometimes in the evenings, just want to take it a little easier. That's okay. It's all good. Know your body. Inhale. Exhale. So perseverance is very different than pushing yourself to the limit, right? Come back up, inhale. Triangle pose again, exhale. So it's very different when we push ourselves really hard and then we don't. It's like we try, it didn't quite work out, and now the heck with it, you know? So that's different than true perseverance. Let's bend the knee, slide your hand down the back, and go forward, and let's take your half moon. Yes, let's see now. Am I in the frame? Okay, breathe. So notice if you have a tendency to do that. Do you go all in, all or nothing? So all this stuff, we want to get it more moderated. We want to get more, if you will, discipline, really. Step back, and good, and second warrior. So the yoga practice becomes the discipline by which you can apply and you can make improvements for yourself. Okay, let's go. And this time, we'll step forward, folding. Inhale, hands to thighs. Exhale, bend the knees. Good, now let's stay in the knee bend position. So we're going to have your knees bent over the ankles, sink your tail down a little bit, almost like you're working towards the bottom part of chair pose. So work towards the bottom part of chair pose. Get your seat down as far as you can and still be comfortable in the knee area. And then we're going to slide hands forward and hold that. And then finally, let's expand and lift. We're trying not to pull out of it, but stay low, right? We'll pull out of it soon enough. So keep on sinking down, lift the arms, and exhale. Good, now let's press up, inhale. Really reach. So on this inhale, we're going to reach up, open the arms out to the side, and step out wide. Okay, wide stance now, toes out, knees out, circle, create this big hoop shape. I call this sometimes the basketball hoop for the kids' classes. So you're both the backstop and you're the hoop in this case. And let's breathe. Now, we're gonna move side to side with it. So you're kind of making this moving target, if you will. Making it a little bit more challenging. Inside to side. Good. Okay, let's stay on one side. So we have a bent knee now. Both toes are facing out, right? Inhale the arm up and lean towards the opposite side away from the knee. Inhale. Coming back up, bend both knees. Good. Straighten one leg and lean towards that straightened leg. Now, watch you don't lock your knee. Keep it softer. Good. And inhale, straighten it up. Okay, good. So if you had some knee issues, that's feel like a little bit of a challenge for you. So you might want to, stay stable. Look at that as an option for you. Open the arms out and let's lift up. Standing, back bend. You take your hands to your hips. Lift the heart. Try not to drop into the lower back. Chin is lifted. Throat is open. Heart is open. Good. And maybe take the arms up. Lace the fingers and point the fingers towards the back diagonal, if it's comfortable. comfortable for you. And exhale. Let's come back to straight up. Length and lift. Good. Exhale. Okay, let's pivot, turn again. So we're facing forward on the mat. Once again, balance pose. So let's try a Natarajasana. We can try the outside hold, starting out just holding the outside of the ankle, lifting the opposite arm. Pressing the flat foot to the ceiling. And release when ready. I have to turn my playlist down because last week they said I had my music too loud and they deleted some of my audio, so I just play it. I give you the playlist and you can choose to play the same playlist. But okay, so now we're going to switch sides, take Natarajasana, right side, lift up. You might be shaky. Don't be fearful about that. Don't be fearful to fall out of it. Don't be fearful to reorient your foot or your stationary leg. And if you fall out of it, we try again. Try again. You might find it, and then again, you might not, And it's okay too. Try again tomorrow. So I want to do something every day, the same thing. You're going to work on one pose, then break it down and work on it consecutive. Give yourself that option to keep trying. If you need some suggestions, you can private message me later about how to go about that. But I think you can figure it out yourself, right? So we're going to go down to low lunge, take the knee down, rise up, and exhale. Inhale, sweep up. If you want, you can lean into it a little bit. Exhale. Inhale, sweep up, open heart, stretch the arms away. Again, no dropping down into the low back, so keep it safe. Breathe, inhale. Exhale. Open heart. Inhale. Okay, exhale. Hands down, and let's step back. Take a moment to elongate the spine in downward dog. Good, and then we'll take the other foot forward, dropping the knee down. We'll inhale. And first one is just a general lift, and then we exhale. Go forward. Inhale, reaching up. We're taking it up more towards the back bend, and exhale. Inhale, we'll open the arms this time. Open heart, open throat, reaching, breathing. And when you're ready, release, and let's go back. Elongate your spine in downward facing dog. Okay, rolling onto the knees. Let's take our plank, side plank, and we're going to try full Vashisthasana. This might be one that you can work on if you don't have the pose. You can bring your knee under the hip, open it up. This is a simple variation. Breathe, inhale. Notice what's nice about this is the top hip is nice and high. So you're really standing firmly on the floor with the back foot. The second variation we're going to do is sliding the foot out and forward. Notice though, I'm still standing on the floor with the back foot. Right? That's a key thing. Now once we go in for the full Vashisthasana, we tend to come up onto the side edge of the foot and then we lose that back foot. So I like to say, stay planted down, place the side edge in place, but stay on that back foot and lift it. Try to actually get the bottom foot down now. So you start rolling, turning the ankle. This hip stays nice and high. Doesn't collapse. Good? Okay. And release. Okay. Come either to downward dog to elongate, and you could feel free to do a nice high, all of the feet, downward dog. I love those. Or you could do a child's pose. Okay, and we'll take the other side. So let me switch my view so I'm still looking at you. Okay, so starting out, we'll be on the knee with the knee right underneath your hip. Back foot is planted flat. So we have variation 1. Second one, we slide the foot out. We still have back foot planted. Good job. Third variation, bring the foot under you, but you're trying to get that foot down now so that the hips stay kind of high here. That's going to help you. So instead of being on the edge of the foot, try to get that foot down. And release. Good. And downward dog or child's pose is going to be fine right now. I will do it as well. Okay, another one that might be something that you want to work on. Some people are trying to balance freestanding in headstand. So you're making your laced fingers and make that extra platform by putting the pinky fingers one stacked above the other. Instead of crossing, stack them. You'll get a double width finger that way. You get a double width pinky. Place it down. Watch that your elbows aren't flying out to the side. Keep them in close. So we're just going to try the preparatory segment right now. So we place the top part of the head a little bit towards the front. Into that space, we don't clamp on and hold the back of the neck. We just use that as a shape to caress the back of the head. And then pick the sitting bones up as if you're in downward dog. Now, here, you can practice. You can take one leg, and you can lift off. Nice and easy. Still have the other leg down. You can do the other side. Kind of nice and easy. Approaching. Obviously, if you have neck issues and you don't want to put the weight on your head, now please, this is still an okay pose as long as you're just doing the tractioning. So here what you do, if you need no weight on the head, as you pull up with your shoulders, you're actually getting your head off the ground here. And you can do that as a way of really strengthening your shoulders. It's a great strengthener for rotator cuff issues too. So that would be one thing you can do. Okay, so you might want to do that one over the week. Another possibility is something to do with your back bend. Perhaps you want to work on sequentially what your back bend is looking like and how it feels for you. Okay, so if we're going to work on that back bend, we can get ready, place the feet underneath, and gently let's come up to a bridge pose. Okay, so bridge pose is a good place to warm up your back bends. You can slide your hands down. This is my little cheat. Slide your hands down to the side of your hips. Pick up your hips with your hands. Then slide the fingers underneath your waist. Makes it a little bit easier. So if you're one of those people that loves to have your knees out, this is something good to work on. Straighten out your toes forward. Press up up. Keep drawing those inner thighs in like you're squeezing a toothpaste tube down, pressing the toothpaste out the bottom. So you wouldn't press it out the bottom if you were doing this. Toothpaste would be coming out the top. So, okay, so you got to get it the other way. Press it down. Oh my. Okay, lower down. All right, when we're ready, let's take some nice rocking side to side. This half hour went really fast. So I want you to just find your way of relaxing your back. You can take your completely supine twisting of your choice. And then when you're ready, you're going to go into your final resting for a few minutes for a final resting pose. Shavasana. Corpse pose. I don't usually say the word, but that is the word. So, anyway. Okay. Wherever you are, coming into your final resting. to your breath. Gently begin some small movements. As you breathe, increase your movements till you find yourself with a big inhale and a big stretch. Arms overhead. On an exhale, knees draw in, creating a small ball shape. Rolling to the side when you're ready. Gently find your way back to sitting upright. So I wish you a lot of good vibes this week, good energy. I hope that your ability to persevere in whatever you're choosing, it doesn't have to be yoga poses. It could be something else that you want to work on, that you know you need to apply a constant attention. And let's try for the week, let's try not to give up, and let's also avoid looking at it as success or fail. We're just going to do. We're not going to decide whether we did well or did poorly. We're just going to do and keep slugging it out. And that's how we're going to approach it, okay? Yeah. Namaste. Have a wonderful week. Thank you for joining me.